Hey y'all, it's JB and Liz, Black Dragon Kennels, Carolina Pit Bull Farm. We're out here today at Anderson PAWS. We've had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Sanders and Ziggy. Ziggy is about a 90-pound Presa Canario male. He's still intact, but he will be neutered before adoption. Um, Ziggy's an interesting case. He came from a bad background, uh, some sort of dog fighting, possible puppy mill ring going on, and he was confiscated. Um, Amazingly enough, very mellow dog for a Presa. Pretty dang mellow for a Presa Canario. Not a high level of dog aggression in him, which is kind of unusual. Um, have you seen any dog aggression in him, Dr. Sanders? So Dr. Sanders hasn't seen any dog aggression in him. He's been introduced to a friendly female dog who tried to engage him in play. Ziggy kind of freaked out and ran the other direction. So Ziggy might be one of those dogs that don't really know how to dog. Like he may have just been raised on a leash or on a chain spot his whole life. He likes women more than he likes men, but he's the type of dog that he needs a minute to get to know you. You really got to bond with him first before you can really kind of engage him in all manners. Dr. Sanders clearly has made friends with him. He's very loving towards her, very attentive towards her, and likes interacting. He's met Liz now. This is my wife Liz on the camera, and him and Lizzie have been around each other for about 10 minutes. And he's a little bit unsure of her, but he is willing to tolerate her, engaging with him. As you can see, she's putting her hands in his mouth. If he was a bad boy, she'd lose a finger right there. So I don't think he's that guy. He is nervous about men. Watch it, he don't like that leg. He is a little bit nervous about you. You got to take the time to get to know this dog and let him get to know you and trust you. Ziggy is not available to open adoption, but we are looking for a rescue, correct, Doctor?
Correct.
So we are looking for a rescue who knows the breed. This is not one of these situations where because he looks like a pit bull, you want to treat him like a pit bull. The Presa doesn't think like a bulldog. He doesn't think like a pit. He is a mastiff. They are a fighting breed. It is a combat dog, you know, but in their home country of Grand Tenerife, they are used to guard farms. They are used to work cattle. They're used to catch hogs, and they're used as property guardians in Tenerife. So you have to realize that he has all those traits in there. He doesn't display them heavily, but genetically, that is the way he's wired. So you need to take the time to get to know him first. I think Ziggy would do fine, especially in a house full of adults. I think he would do fine in that regard. I think he could use a little bit of structured, formal behavior and training. I think that would make him a fantastic dog. Probably going to do better in a rustic environment. Probably going to do better in a country home. Definitely needs a fence. If so, whoever you foster him with, you definitely want to have somebody who's very comfortable with big, powerful dogs. Somebody who's got some Rottweiler experience. Of course, if you can find somebody who's got experience with Presas or his own Presas in the past, that would be ideal. Ziggy is not, he's not that hardcore for a Presa. I've seen some Presas that'll make my hair stand up on the back of my neck, and I've worked some Presas that were legitimately dangerous. Ziggy does not strike me as that type of dog. Very, very mellow. Easy going. He rumbled at me a little bit, gave me a little bit of a rumble because he wasn't sure about me. According to Dr. Sanders, he is fantastic with all the female staff. They don't have very many male staff here, and I would imagine that the only male that this dog has probably been around is the man that owned him.
Is it the boy?
Ziggy, you can tell we did some tests. Ziggy is a little hand shy, which means that physical correction was probably used a lot with him. Somebody probably slapped him in the head a lot, smacked him around. So he has been a little bit abused. So approaching him and coming over the top of his head is not recommended. I would definitely say he will let you get to the point where you can touch his head and he's fine with it, but only after he knows you and he trusts you. Ziggy's going to be the type of dog that he's going to have to build a bond of trust with his owner before you can really kind of engage his whole personality and his soul. It's not going to be like a lab. You're not just going to be able to come up and make friends with Ziggy right off the bat. It's going to take a couple of weeks of him getting used to you. Hell, he peed on me when I came out here, so he told you what he thought of me. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a good rescue organization with some experience with big dogs, mastiff breeds, Um, Dogs that can be aggressive. Ziggy's not aggressive, but he is out of an aggressive breed. So we need some people that understand that and are okay with that. And then I think he would be a good dog that would fit in, especially if you have a woman that's an outdoorsman. If you're or outdoors person, I should say. If you're a lady that likes to jog and run, I think you could start training Ziggy to run with you. And you got to condition him up because he's a big boy. He's a mastiff, so it's not like he's going to be super light on his feet. But you would have, I don't think you could have better protection than having this dog next to you on a running trail. Nobody's running up on you with this dog next to you. If you're out getting a jog and you're running down the swamp rabbit or something like that, Ziggy's not going to tolerate that. He's going to, I think, take care of what's his. Not in an obnoxious way, not in a I'm going after everybody. But I think if somebody, approached you with ill intention, I don't think Ziggy's gonna let that slide. So that's what I think. This is Ziggy, 90 pounds of big old bulldog, boy. That's a lot of dog, but pretty cool dog. He's falling. Seems like he's falling in love with my wife right now. He's definitely a big fan of Dr. Sanders and the ladies here at Anderson County PAWS. So if you're interested in Ziggy and your rescue organization, he is not open for general adoption. Please contact Anderson County PAWS in Anderson, South Carolina. Oh, he acts like Yaga. He got that here. If you like me, scratch my butt.
You like your booty scratched?
He said, yeah, who don't like your booty scratched? So if you're interested in Ziggy, if you're a good rescue organization, contact Anderson County PAWS. If you think you can take Ziggy and get him into a good home, get him into a good foster situation, we would love to hear from you. This is JB and Liz with Black Dragon Kennels and the Carolina Pit Bull Farm. Y'all have a good one. We're out.
What's your favorite thing about Ziggy?
I like his size. I like his temperament. Like, he's real chill. Most Presas I would not be comfortable out here with a Presa I just met and me holding the leash. Most male adult Presas wouldn't tolerate me being in their space like this. They would be ready to eat me up just because I'm a man and being close to him. Ziggy's not like that. Is he a little bit distrustful? Sure. If I grew up where I was chained up in a fence in the backyard for all my life, I'd be distrustful of people too. Especially if the person that's supposed to love me is smacking me in the head. But I like the fact that the dog is very adaptable. Oh, he has been fought.
Yeah. Well, his tongue is.
Yeah. Ain't no way he bit his own tongue off.
So if you were the one adopting Ziggy, would you share your salmon with him for dinner?
Ooh, Ziggy. Am I gonna share my salmon? I think if I didn't have a dog at all, and I wanted a good companion dog, just me being me and living my lifestyle, yeah, I would like this dog. I would take my time to get to know him. I would bond with him, probably over salmon, maybe over some doggy treats, big chicken livers or something like that. And I would bond real tight with this dog, and then I think I would have a dog to ride the river with this dog. I like him. I'm a big fan of the Presa Canario breed anyway. They're definitely too much dog for most people, but I think in the right hands, they're a fantastic breed. Especially if I owned like country or I had 3-4 acres fenced in property, Ziggy's gonna be the type of guy, he's gonna make the meth head stay out the yard. You know what I mean? It's just, that's the way I look at it. He's gonna be the kind of guy you cut loose and he's gonna make sure that your property stays your property. Somebody that just come and help themselves to it.
And then he's gonna sit by your chair at night too.
But that's the thing I like about all the Mastiffs and the Bulldogs. The herders are great. Yeah, you can get a German Shepherd or a Dutchie or a Malinois, and they're going to be fantastic guard dogs to protect your property. But they don't know how to turn it off. The Bull breeds and the Mastiffs, they're like, if I want to go sit on the couch and eat tacos or whatever, they're going to sit next to you and eat a taco. But if I want to go out and go in the woods and go catch hogs, hey, they're going to be down with that too. I like that type of dog. I like a dog that can turn it off and turn it on when I need him to turn it off and turn it on. Not who's always like, either I'm asleep or I'm doing crack in the backyard waiting for something to happen. That's what I don't like about the Malinois and the Dutchies. They either smoking crack in the yard or they're unconscious in their dog box. There's no middle ground. Everything's 0 to 100 super quick. Come here, Ziggy. Meanwhile, the Masters, you could tone it down to 20%. And they're just gonna sit on the couch with their testicles hanging out, just waving at you.
No testicles.
Sitting there sleeping.
It'll be a mud flap.
Yeah.
It'll be a mud flap. Yeah, he ain't gonna have no. no Jolly Rogers when he leaves here. But,
That's for sure.
Yeah.
but he'll definitely be the kind of dude that wants to sleep on the couch or sleep at your feet while you're sitting there watching TV. But if you jump up and say, "Hey, buddy, let's go run out and run on the four-wheeler," he's gonna be down for that.
Yeah.
That's my kind of dog.
All right. It's good to meet you, Ziggy.
And nice to meet you too, Lizzie.
Ziggy boy.
Kiss on the general's foot again. almost got it in his crock hole.
So close.
See, come here, Bo.
He said, "Oh, I'm
Go
sniffing
on.
right here."
Girl.
Come on, Bo.
I said, okay, here we go.